Hello, my name is Carykh and currently I'm 15. Over the past 3 years, programming and math have been my hobby. In this video, I want to run through the projects I've done over this time and show what I've managed to do as a teenager. I started coding 3 years ago when I and a good friend of mine decided to attend programming classes. There we began learning C++. At first we were just doing what the teacher told us to do and copying some tutorials we would find on YouTube. That's actually how I've made this weird thing. I don't really remember doing this game, but I definitely copied it from a tutorial that I had found on YouTube. I guess here I have two tramps shooting each other. I remember showing it to my classmates and one of them didn't believe that I could have done it myself. In fact, I couldn't, but nevertheless I had been claiming that I could have done it myself. I'm sure that the second tramp with the blue tie is basically the red one but with the blue color on top of red. I didn't even try to hide it. Let's move on. At the beginning of the 7th class, when I was sick and stayed at home, I programmed this stuff. Warning, the screen is about to start flickering. I have no idea what this program was about. So as any beginner would, I copied something again. This time it was a snake game, but I don't really want to stop on this project because I don't find it interesting. I presume this one might be interesting. It was made at the end of the 7th class. I asked a boy from my school to draw some art for me. The only art I made is the background image. The logic of this game is fully mine, and I intended this game to be 2-player. After making this game, I thought that I was good enough at making games to start making something bigger. So I asked my friend if he wanted to make a game with me. Initially we wanted to make a 2-dimensional platformer about Doctor Who, but eventually we ended up having nothing but menu and this stupid gravitation system. Back then I didn't even know that there is such thing as acceleration. Approximately at the same time our teacher moved to another city, so I hadn't been doing anything related to coding for a half a year until my friend asked me to make a game, but what he wanted me to do was impossible for me. Nevertheless, this drew my attention to game development and I downloaded Unity and spent about 5 months making this game. When I finally finished it, I decided to upload it to Google Play, though now I understand that it's not a great game at all, but I wanted to be there as a part of my progress. Later, I attempted to make several games, but I haven't finished them. This is one of the best games I've made. I called it Gravity Adventure. I planned it to be a mobile game with a simple mechanic to attach a robot's head to its body. Everything was made by me. Actually, it took some time to draw the art. I like this game, though I don't think that it's to be finished. None of the previous projects contains more than the basic knowledge of math, but the next one does. I realized that using an existing game engine wasn't that interesting, so I decided that implementing some kind of 3D renderer would be a great thing, and it was a great decision. Now the video about raycasting is the most viewed video on my channel. Around the same time I finished coding inverse kinematics, and that's how it looked. Later I would make it even better. I also have a video where I explain it in detail. And finally, the latest thing I've done is this game. It was made for the Pygame Community Game Jam in 2 days. It was written completely from scratch. I only used Pygame to draw different objects. Overall, it was a very interesting experience. It contained some basic knowledge of physics and math, though it didn't require any kind of advanced knowledge. This is a small run through what I've done so far, and obviously I didn't show everything, cause it would take more time. I tried to shoot the project that more or less reflect my progress over these past years. Subscribe, like the video and leave a comment down below, it would help a lot to make my channel bigger. Thanks for watching and goodbye.